like staying up after bedtime when you're still just a kid. You love this two for one. It's sweet and it's kind of fun. It's like a whole lot of good things rolled up into one candy like love.
Right, George.
How'd you and George meet?
Let's see. It was a while back. Some girl in Detroit introduced me to George. We was playing at this club called the Love Club. And she came by and said, you know, we was like dressed in hot pants. We had just been over in England with James Brown, so it's one extreme to another. So we was over there checking out the Europe vibe, and they had on like their hot pants, and the girls was wearing chains and stuff like that. So we kind of brought the stuff back over to the States. And as soon as we get back, we kind of leave James and start hooking up our own thing. It was called the House Guests at that time. And we was doing clubs and stuff in Detroit. And she said, oh, man, y'all got to meet George because, man, y'all so wild. I mean, y'all would be perfect together, you know, because we was looking crazy. And, you know, Funkadelic had a crazy thing, you know. It was like, man, y'all are the perfect match. So she took us over there, you know, and I met George and said, hey, man, what's happening, blah, blah, blah. And right off, you know, it was like, whatever's happening, you know, this is it, man. This is it. So it was one extreme to another, man. It was like, but it was all in the name of the funk.
Yeah.
You know.
What year was that?
That was 1973.
Wow.
You know, yeah, so we've been funking for a while.
Now, you were playing with James for a while.
Yeah, I started with him in '69. I think I was around 15. And we were like the session musician over at King's Records. And I think that's where, well, I know that's where I met James at, because he came in one day and he was doing a session called Lick and Stick. And his
I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. And his bass player took off and went somewhere to get a hamburger or something, and we was always around because we was all excited, you know, me and my brother and the drummer, we always wanted to play with James, you know. So it was like, oh man, I said, man, it'd be great if I could get to play with James, you know. So Charles Sperling, he was the guy that had us over at this doing sessions and stuff. So he went to James and said, Mr. Brown, I got you know, little guy over here named Bootsy, you know, he wanna, you know, he like to play bass, you know, on your song. And he said, yeah, well, bring him on in, let's see what he can do, you know. So I got in there and, you know, got the squirming around there and got a little funky thing happening. Said, that'll work, roll the tape. Matter of fact, turn the tape off because they had rolled it already.
Oh, really?
Oh, they were quick. They were quick, man. And the song was over, done, and that's when I first met him.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. Next time we know, we heard the song on the radio.
You know? Probably that night, knowing James.
You know, so that was the first song. Now, the first gig that we had hooked up, we were in Cincinnati doing benefits. I don't know who it benefited, but we were doing like benefits. Wasn't benefiting us, man. We was barely getting gas money, you know, to go to the gig. But it was all cool because we was just getting into it and we liked it to play. You know? So we was playing at this club called the Wine Bar, and Bobby Bird called us and said, hey, man, we need y'all to come down right away. You know, James' band is quitting, man, and, you know, y'all always wanted to know him like a book, man, because we knew every song, you know, just like that. So he called us, man, and said, y'all gonna be ready now? We said, we ready right now. We was ready yesterday. So they flew in on James' little jet. And matter of fact, that's the first time I flew, man. That was heavy.
Is that right? First time you flew on James Brown's Learjet?
It was real heavy, man. So he came and got us, and we took off. We took off Cincinnati around 6 o'clock. The gig was at 8 in Columbus, Georgia. So, man, we took off, and we get there to the gig. It's like a big auditorium, and you know we got jeans and stuff on. We were right out of the street, and this is during the time of you know, like the Love and Peace and Acid Trip was going on, and the jeans and the bleach, you know, that kind of thing. So we had all the crazy stuff on, T-shirts and everything, tore all up. So we walked through the auditorium, man. The kids looking at us like, who is these mud? They waiting for James Brown, right? Who is these crazy looking mud? So we went on up to the thing, you know, and we seen James Band and they're arguing, and we seen Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown had one of the cats up in the college. I'm like, man, look, you gonna play? So it was like, you know, and we said, wow, we walked down here into this? You know, it was like, whoa, man, this is like unheard of, because we looked at James, you know, man, this never be, you know, we could never play with James. And then he came out and said, all right, Bootsy, y'all ready? Let's go, you know. So
just like that.
We hit the stage, man. He said, cold sweat. And we was in it. We was in it like a mud. And every song, man, he just called it out. He turned around. When he did his spin, he turned around, called the song out, hit him. We hit him with the song, and people didn't know nothing, man. All they knew was they was jamming, James Brown, you know. They didn't know it was a new band, you know, and it was all cool, man. Cause after that night, it was like we went on to Europe, we went on to Africa. You know, I just met one of the brothers out there in the back. He remembered us from Lagos, Nigeria.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's the first one I ran into when I came in there. I said, man, it's a very small world.
You still talk to James?
I haven't talked to him for about a year.
Okay.
You know, he was in New York.